Alright, welcome back yet again. So for this character, we're going to do allied races again. And this time, I am going to do a LIghtforged drani. You can always do a class trial. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to choose a paladin. Let's see what choices we have. So just the three skin color choices for the male. Female, same. You have three. I'm going to choose a darker color just because it's going to have a much greater contrast with the tattoos. Don't want them too aged. It's a strong look. It's a strong look. Why not? Kind of like the golden color. Facial hair. Fu Manchu. Your standard drani face worms. Mutton chops and face worms. Goatee and neck worms. Are the tendrils, tentacles, worms? You know what? That actually looks pretty decent. I really wish that it would take off the armor so I could actually see what these tattoos will look like. Well, I guess it moves around here, so... Gives a pretty good contrast right there. I like that. Ah, okay. So the rune on the face. So it's the different symbols right up here. Not sure what the different runes mean. Silmarillion. That should be an A. Alright, close enough. Probably messed that name up. Fantastic background. You can see the tattoos underneath. Well, I don't know if it's tattoos. What I was told is that it's actually a Naru that... So I'm just going to move these up just a little bit because I'm going to end up using them a little bit more while I'm making these videos, leveling them, and kind of seeing what they're worth. So this one I'm definitely going to make a blacksmith just because they're actually better as blacksmiths, and they can summon their own forge. So I don't know if that actually allows you to smelt things or what. but let's get into the actual video as soon as the screen loads.
We are soldiers. Through millennia of struggle, the light has shown us the true path. And in turn, we have been reborn as instruments of its power. You are light-forged. You must stand as a beacon of hope against the darkness. But to those who would threaten this world or attack our allies, you will embody the light's wrath.
Alright. Oh, okay, that's why there's so many people right there. Got it.
Do you have something to report? For thousands of years, the Lightforged fought.
My wife is awesome. She brought me snacks.
The Xenadar was the only home we knew.
Beautiful, wonderful person.
For the first time in ages,
Okay, yeah.
we can walk beneath a sky not befouled by the Legion's madness, and feel the earth under our hooves again. But we must not grow complacent. One war ends, the next begins. Such is the life of a soldier. Your duty begins in Stormwind. Explore this world of Azeroth. Get to know the people and places we have sworn to defend. And always walk in the light.
Remember that. Always walk in the light. Teach me to walk in the light. I mean, there should be a way that I could just, like, dive off into, like, Eastern Kingdoms or something. That would just make it so much cooler. So yeah, you can see Northrend up here. You can see the Maelstrom. We have Kalimdor coming in under us. And as you can see, just as a point of reference, it's slowly turning. I really hope that we get to return here over and over as a Lightforged drani. Like, you know, not necessarily as like an order hall, because I'll have the Paladin order hall, but be able to actually return to here as kind of like the Lightforged drani home. Oh, I can make this my home. Alright. That's actually kind of appealing. Because it does send me to Stormwind too. Okay. Just seeing what kind of provisions are actually here. Since I'm level 20 and kind of a nothing character. Again, you start at level 20. So I'm not seeing the actual vendors like this vendor right here. I believe it is the one that sells the mecha when you're on the when you're actually here in Argus. Yeah, during the Argus campaign. Yeah. So I'm gonna pick up a blacksmith's hammer because I know I'm gonna be doing that, and of course a mining pick. I have 4 extra slots because I have Authenticator, free app. Get it. If you don't have it, get it. We're going to go with equipment here. Trade goods here. So let's start with this. I'm going to actually have a friend help me set up my paladin because I still No idea. Perfect. Alright. So always want to have a res on your bar. No, I'll throw my heals over here right now. Okay, that's the one that I want right there. Divine Shield, I know I want that one someplace I can get to easily. So, Ret Pally. Oh, wow. That is fantastic looking. I wish I had more. I need to do more Trial of the Crusader, it looks like. Alright. So Girl's Lair is kind of easy. Some of the Paladin sets are out of control. Amazing.
I cannot use that. I cannot use that.
Can't use it yet. Alright. Oh, what am I doing? So, over to Heirlooms. I want to have Polished, I believe. Polished, right? Burnished. Crit Strike, Haste. I believe I want Haste, if I'm not mistaken. So, Burnished. And Dread Pirate Ring, obviously. We really want these two. Returning Champion, Defending Champion. Mostly because I don't have them yet. And they're kind of awesome. Alright. Okay, I need 2 trinkets. Call of the Void, always one of my favorites, mostly because I can put it down here and actually have, or Touch of the Void, and have Tentacles attack. Alright. Actually, I think I'm going to do Swift-Handed Justice instead. There we go. And a neck. Crit, versatility, crit, and haste. I don't think I'll actually use it just because 10% health sacrificed. I don't know how well I heal. Again, I don't know how to pally, so I'm just going to do this the safest way possible. Oh, and weapon. That's kind of interesting. I start off with a hammer on this character. It's on his back right now. And it's two-handed. Let's see, Prot has shield. Sword and shield. Alright. So I think we're set up. Gear it out just a little bit better. Yeah, so I wanted to run everyone through the character creation on both sides.
Welcome, friend. I am King Anduin Ray. As a new member of the Alliance, I wish to greet you personally. The LIghtforged may be a recent addition to our ranks, but I know the drani well. I am confident you will embody the dedication and courage of the Army of the Light. These are troubled times for Azeroth. In the days to come, you will face many trials, fight many foes. Know that you are never alone against the darkness, for the Alliance stands with you. I look forward to hearing of your progress. Something tells me we will speak again soon.
I really want this.
May the light be with you, always.
I really want this, but I mean, 500,000 gold. I just, ugh. Join the Night Watch. Okay, well, since I'm right here anyway, that's what I wanted to check out. So that's kind of fantastic. You just throw down an anvil. Oh wow, you start off at, oh, that's my plus 10 from the item I bought. Got it. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, I have to go... I got a LIghtforged tabard already. Nice.
How are ya? How are ya? See you soon.
Why not accept that? And... wrong door. So I can only smelt copper right now. Can only run that. However, alright. Well, I'll try that out in the field somewhere, see if I can actually do smelting on this thing. Or if it's just blacksmithing, because if so, I mean, it's still pretty cool, but it'd be a lot cooler if it was better. So let's go get some copper. Somebody's just complimenting me on my tune's name. Terrible jokes. Terrible jokes. So yeah, I chose the name Silmarinian and made a joke about Iluvatar singing someone into their light because Iluvatar is the god aspect of a Silmarinian, the story, and he actually sang all of creation, each person into existence, uh, starting with like a higher choir of angels, lesser gods, and then lower choir of angels, and so on and so forth, including the Ishtar, which are the wizards. So the pitter patter stomping of the hooves, and you can hear like one hoof here and one there if you're going over rougher terrain. Actually, pretty neat. Track warboards. So I don't even. That's new to me. Usually there's one or two notes up here. This general area. I'm getting nothing. There's one. So I've had a little bit of practice on the paladin, not a huge amount. And I love that you can like just barely skip the starting zone. That's really all you're given is just barely skipping the starting zone. I accepted that because it's 600 XP for going to Goldshire. And so long as you're not on, oh, what is the name of that place? Moon something? Anyways, as long as you're not in a really creepy ERP server, it's kind of no problem to go into Goldshire.
I must get closer.
Oh. Okay. So I definitely need to take and put auto attack somewhere. Put the stun over here. Which one's the one where, like... That's Judgment. Okay, I thought that was the one that actually throws the hammers around you. That might be a different spec. Anyways. Found a node.
I must get closer.
Oh, and I actually figured out what it was that was giving me the problem with my
I need to target something first.
my auto attack. Yeah, so what was happening with my not auto attacks, my mouse over macros on my other tune. What ended up happening, and I'm sure some of you already knew this, was they share global cooldowns. So I had 2 or 3 things that was sharing cooldowns, kind of messing me up because I can't do both at the same time.
I cannot attack that target. Too far away. I do not have a target. I am out of range. I require a target.
Oh, I'll give you a target.
I must get closer. I need to target something first.
All right.
Too far away.
And there are times, especially this early on, where I wish I could just smelt copper down. Like the actual copper that you pick up off enemies. Kind of feels like buying professions. However, all these nodes, I got 2 out of them.
get closer.
And that weapon block with the ping, to the pinging noise, fantastic.
I am out of range. Too far away. I must get closer. Too far away.
So my friend just got online, and I'm telling him that the LIghtforged drani drop drop a LIghtforged anvil. So I'm telling him, guess who is going to be my blacksmith? I said it's not that hard of a guess. Ooh, another rare. Come on. Okay. Let's calm these murlocs down. Perfect. Got the copper. The wolf disengaged.
I am out of range. I must get closer.
That is a good technique. Just run them into the guards. So yeah, this is pretty much all sellable stuff.
I am out of range.
So I think I'll pick up my first aid and stuff since I'm right here. Having heirlooms is gonna get me 20 something gold right off the bat. So yeah, definitely use your heirlooms to level these guys. I mean,
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
unless you want to send your tune gold, which is always doable.
Safe travel. What can I help you? Hey there. You need something? Hello. Well met.
Okay,
Be
so
careful.
I'm gonna have to buy some stuff.
Hello. Have a good one.
What can I do for you? See you around. Good day to you. Need help? How
Okay,
may I?
and go to my pets. Actually, I'm going to take and move this to here, move this to here, this over here. I'm going to put my cooking right here because cooking fires right here. And my first aid right here. When I pick up fishing, it'll go up here and so on. So I'll toss that out. I didn't get any of the gold for that gear. Well, darn. Never mind.
Light be with you.
Couldn't remember if it was 30 or 35. 35 gets you, I mean, kind of the quickest and easiest way. I'll wait till I have some more cloth, but
Need help?
let's go Fargo Deep Mine. Heroes Call Westfall.
What can I do for you? Hey there.
New flight location discovered, and because I use my 2 toys, all those flight points.
Too far away. I must get closer. I do not have a target.
So I started pulling just a little bit more so that way I can get a little more cloth. My AoE will actually do its a proper amount of damage. One of my buddies
I am out of range.
just bought someone else Overwatch, and
Far away.
he's kind of excited. Yeah. Wow. I have some pretty cool friends.
I am out of range. I require a target. I must get closer.
Alrighty.
Too far away.
Oh, I love that second hit. So just a little bit of gold dust, but mostly going after this copper.
I am out of range. Too far away.
So the reason I'm doing some of these kind of lower level missions is it's actually allowing me to get my low level mats. I mean, how much copper do you need in the beginning? How much, you know, linen do you need in the beginning? How much wool do you need in the beginning? And the only way you're going to get that is if you run low level dungeons, if you run low level zones. And with zone scaling, it's not like I'm only getting 15 XP for this anymore. I'm getting 600. I'm getting 5,000. It makes it actually worth farming some of the low level stuff,
Do not have a target.
even when you're level 20 like this character. Start off at level 20 and still it's worth it to come out here. Well, that's too much effort. Oh, but there's a node right here.
I am out of range.
So yeah, it's basically going to be the same leveling that you would do on any other tune. The only real major difference is your starting zone, which, I mean, you can't get much cooler of a starting zone than that. It has no profession trainers, but at the same time, I get to look out over the world. My starting zone looks out over every other starting zone. Aside from the Void Elves, which, I mean, you can't really look out over the Void. Unless you're within the Void. And one of us, gobble gobble. So let's see how much copper I was able to get there. 47 pieces of copper in a very short period of time.
Good day to you. Have a good
Turn the gold in.
sorry.
Turn the mine stuff in. Like I said, 6,000 XP. I mean, that's just...
Light rust.
It's not like it's not worth it.
You need something? See you around.
So the max item level is looking around like level 20, which, I mean, it's not great. Oh, here's Callboard. Got it. So that guy mostly just saw that. I have the new LIghtforged drani and wanted to basically say that he doesn't like new stuff, which everybody always hates the new stuff. I don't know why. It's new, it's different. I don't like it. Just if you're going to, you know, trash on things, just why do you play a game that you don't like? All right. Yeah, at least that guy was slightly more appreciative, doesn't just hate on the game that he's playing. I'm upset because they didn't do something I wanted them, or it didn't change as much as I thought it should.
I need to target something first.
Thing is, game designers, they design the game for, everybody, not this guy or this guy. And just because you hate something doesn't mean it really matters, because you're honestly not that special. Wow. 3,400 XP for killing Narg. It's fantastic.
I must get closer. I require a target. I love rain.
Where'd I put my heals? Oh, flash of light.
I must get closer.
Oh, I love, love, love getting, I mean, seriously, why am I getting so much XP from simple kobolds? It's because they're level 20. I mean, there would be no point in me starting at level 20 and then coming here. Aside from, you know, grinding out a few pieces of copper that I need, and it'll just make the game feel unbalanced and kind of pointless. But with the zone scaling, there's actual value in going out and you're not just farming pointlessly. You're not farming just to farm, you're, you know, mining here, and then you're also getting, you know, thousands of XP instead of, you know, 60, 70.
Something first.
That's funny, on my priest, I actually had to get this from my my guild because it never dropped for me, and hop on a pally, boom, done, no problem. Did I really not have a back? Well, that's just terrible. I ran this entire time without... There we go. Yeah.
Hello, how are you? See you later.
Let's see if I can get to the logging camp. Flight path. Perfect. So I'll hit the logging camp. Hit this. Alright. I think that's far enough for here. I'm just gonna pop into the logging camp, run down and turn stuff in, pick up a bunch of other quests, and just continue leveling from here. So, y'all have a beautiful day.